Smart goals don't work for creators. A better framework for setting targets in an unpredictable business. Rigid quarterly targets crumble the moment an algorithm shifts or a launch flops. So creators need a goal system built for volatility. Set a goal to earn $4,000 this quarter, hit $6,200 in month 1, because a reel unexpectedly took off. Then watch month 2 crater to $900 when the algorithm moves on and you're left staring at a target that no longer means anything. That's the lived experience of almost every creator who's tried to run their business on smart goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. The framework was built in 1981 for corporate managers tracking department budgets that move in predictable, incremental steps quarter over quarter. Creator income doesn't move like that. It moves in spikes and droughts, driven by forces, platform algorithms, viral timing, seasonal buying moods, that no amount of specificity in your goal setting can control. Holding yourself to a single fixed number, then feeling like a failure every time reality lands somewhere else, isn't discipline. It's a design flaw in the framework itself. Why smart goals were never built for this. Smart goals assume a world where effort maps to outcome in a fairly straight line. Sell 100 more units by working 10% harder. Hit the number. Move the goalpost. Repeat. That world exists for a regional sales rep with a fixed territory and a stable market. It does not exist for someone whose income depends on an Instagram algorithm nobody outside Meta fully understands. A TikTok trend cycle that can make a product sell out in a weekend and then go silent for a month. Or an email list that converts differently every single time you send to it. When your achievable number gets blown past by 50% one month and missed by 60% the next, the framework isn't teaching you anything. It's just generating whiplash. The deeper problem is that smart goals treat a miss and a hit as the only two outcomes. Real creator businesses live in the space between. A $5,000 goal that lands at $3,400 isn't a failure if $3,400 came from a stronger repeat customer rate than last quarter. And it isn't a win if a $5,200 month came entirely from one lucky viral post you can't replicate. A framework that only checks did the number hit throws away the exact information you need to actually get better. The tell that smart is failing you. If you've hit your achievable goal in fewer than half your last 6 months, the number isn't calibrated to your business. It's calibrated to your best month, which by definition isn't your typical month. The range-based alternative. Floor, expected, stretch. Instead of one number, set 3, based on your last 2 to 3 months of actual sales data, not on what you wish were true. The floor is the number below which something is genuinely wrong and needs troubleshooting. The expected number is your honest midpoint guess. What a normal month looks like given your current offers and audience size. The stretch is what happens if a launch, a collab, or a lucky trend lands well. All three live in the same range, so a quiet month and a breakout month both have a place to land instead of both reading as off-target. Notice what this does psychologically. It moves the emotional weight off a single number you either hit or don't, and onto a pattern you can actually read. Landing below floor 3 months running is a real signal. Your offer, your price, or your traffic has a problem worth digging into. Landing in the expected band every month, even a boring one, means the business is stable. Landing at stretch occasionally means your upside moments are real and worth studying, not just luck to shrug off. Review triggers, not calendar squares. Smart goals lock you into reviewing on the calendar schedule. End of month, end of quarter. Whether or not anything actually happened worth reviewing. Creators need the opposite. Reviews triggered by events, because that's when the goal itself might need to change, not just the number you're tracking against it. You launch a new product or price. Review 7 days after. since early sales data tells you fast whether the offer landed. A platform changes its algorithm or your reach drops sharply. Review immediately, because your traffic assumptions just broke. 2 consecutive months land below your floor. Review before a third, since that's a pattern, not a blip. You get an unexpected spike. Review within a week while the cause is still fresh enough to analyze and possibly repeat. A calendar quarter closes with nothing unusual having happened. Still review, but keep it short since there's less to unpack. This isn't about abandoning routine check-ins. It's about adding trigger-based ones on top, so a real shift in your business gets examined within days instead of sitting unreviewed for the 6 weeks until your next scheduled check-in. A goal you only check on the first of the month is a goal that can be wrong for 29 days before anyone notices. Track inputs, not just outputs. Revenue is an output, the end result of dozens of upstream decisions, half of which are outside your control on any given week. If revenue is the only thing you track, a bad month gives you no information about what to actually change, because you can't directly will more revenue into existence. What you can control are the inputs that tend to produce it. How many offers you have live, how consistently you post about them, how many emails you send to your list, how fast you answer DMs from people asking about your product, number of times you promoted your storefront link this week, posts, stories, bio mentions, emails or broadcasts sent to your customer list, and roughly how many people opened them, new product or offer variations shipped, even small ones like a new price tier or bundle, discount codes or limited time offers run, and what they were tied to, DMs or inbox replies sent to people who ask questions before buying, time spent on the one channel that's actually driving traffic to your link versus everything else. When a month lands below floor, the input log is where you go first. Often the answer is obvious in hindsight. You sent 0 emails that month, or your only offer was 3 months old with no refresh. That's a fixable input. The algorithm hated me is not something you can fix by Tuesday, but I didn't email my list absolutely is. Setting up the system around a real storefront. None of this works as a thought exercise. A range-based goal system needs real sales data underneath it, which means you need an actual storefront generating actual numbers to set floors and expecteds against. If you haven't yet, the first real goal is simply to create your store and get one offer live, because a goal system with 0 historical months to average has nothing to calibrate against yet. Once it's live, your dashboard's sales view becomes the source for setting floor, expected, and stretch honestly instead of guessing. The mechanics matter here too. If checkout friction or slow delivery is capping how many browsers convert into buyers, no goal framework fixes that. You need the underlying plumbing to work. That's exactly why store.fan handles instant automatic delivery. The moment someone pays, they get their download link or course access on screen and by email, with no manual follow-up from you and no lag that costs a sale. And because paid plans carry 0% platform fees, more of every sale you log actually counts toward your floor and expected numbers instead of disappearing into fees before you can measure it. If you're comparing what a paid plan buys you against staying on the free tier, the pricing page lays out the pro plan clearly, and a live example like a live example store shows what a fully built storefront looks like in practice, turning a miss into useful information. The final piece is what you do the moment a number lands below floor, because that's the moment smart goals leave creators the most stuck, feeling like a failure with no next step. A range-based system gives you a next step by default. Below floor means audit inputs first. Did you actually promote, email, and ship anything this period? Then audit the offer itself. Is the price, the product, or the positioning stale? Then audit the channel. Did your main traffic source change how it distributes reach? Work through those three in order before concluding the whole business model is broken. Most below-floor months trace back to one missing input, not a fundamental flaw. Write the diagnosis down, even briefly, every time. A single missed month tells you little. 6 months of missed month diagnoses read back to back will show you a pattern. Maybe you consistently underpromote after a launch high wears off, or your list goes cold 2 weeks after every email. That pattern is worth more than any single SMART goal ever generated, because it's specific to how your business actually behaves, not to a generic template built for someone else's. FAQ: Range-based goals for creators. Key takeaways. SMART goals assume linear, controllable progress. Creator income is lumpy and driven by forces outside your control, so a single fixed number is the wrong shape of target. Replace fixed targets with ranges. Floor, expected. Stretch, that stay meaningful whether a month is quiet or a launch pops off. Trigger reviews by events, not just the calendar. A launch, a platform shift, or 2 flat months should prompt a goal check regardless of what day it is. Track inputs you control, offers shipped, emails sent, DMs answered, alongside outputs you don't, revenue, since inputs are what you can actually act on. A goal system only works if you have a real business underneath it. That means a store live and selling, not a plan sitting in a notes app. Start your creator store free at store.fan.